Oh, it's fine. So you're doing this now? So you're doing the hours? Because last year, and then next week the same. Yeah, that's pretty cool. You on standby, just in case they ring us, listen, we need you because someone's sick or something.
I'm just here for the second,
Okay.
and then the first and third.
What are you going to do up there? Yeah, mate. You ever thought I'd use that? This is it. So you're just going to open up the same thing?
I think it's not really one.
What if you grow? What are you going to call this? Renovation auction. The auction. Get the big hat on. Yeah.
Just book it in.
The big gavel?
Yeah, yeah.
He's a character. I watch that sometimes. Like he just blows me.
It's like when I see him.
Look, it's not one way you think it's bad, and another way you think, well, shit. And that's how I was
That's why our competition is to be able to run these events successfully, and we're the only ones doing it. So don't be afraid, bring your game change, be different, and achieve what you deserve.
And they turn around and goes, an auction, I said, I'm really winning an auction, they go, I'll get it, direct, let's get it. Whatever it is, whatever it is,
Auction light.
auction lights, I go for it, so let's look at it.
I might be going back to working for it full time soon. For auction light.
Oh,
So I think Gav will just get rid of our e-brain.
that's all. Right? You'll know. But the thing is, unfortunately right now. It's really.
Really game changer, really different, and achieve the budget result by something really best experiences in the You will not get laser than more hard anywhere else. With over 100 people bidding on properties, highly donated will come up and exposure to get in the marketplace in seconds. With a fast pace and a general view of bidding or in-room events, that bids are becoming hard and fast in terms of properties, even bids in the sense of what bidders are highly through this kind of laying white tables out, effectively in their event. That's why competition, we're coming close to be able to run these events successfully, and we're the only ones doing it. So don't be afraid, be a game changer, be different, and achieve a good result by something the way what takes place in our events.
When I pass it or sell it, can you just play the next video immediately? I'll straight away. I won't even say the address because the video says it doesn't. The video says the address.
Hello, is that on? Is that alright? Cool. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the team at Grey White Taylors Lakes, good evening and thank you very much for attending this in-room auction event. There's 7 properties going up for sale. For those of you that are here to bid, good luck. Now, hands up if you've noticed the market has changed over the last few months. We noticed that? There's more bidders, prices are rising. Has anyone noticed that? A little bit of audience interaction? Nobody cares?
Yes!
Well, yes! What have you noticed?
I don't know, I just wanted to agree with you.
Do you know what? 2 things. I love the fact that you agreed with me because I needed someone to just join in because I was feeling really lonely then. And second thing, I really appreciate your honesty. It was really humorous and you've broken the ice with everybody. So thank you very much. What's your name?
Yes.
Big round of applause for Jess. Hey, hands up if you've noticed the market has changed over the last few months post-election. Has anybody noticed that? Yes? Yes? Now you know what was happening with buyers in between, I don't know, let's just call it November, December 2017, right through to around May this year. Do you know what was happening with buyers? Buyers were saying to themselves, let's just wait for the next auction. Let's wait for next month. Let's wait for next quarter. Let's wait for next year. Why? Because we can pick a similar property up for way cheaper. And you know what? For those 18 months, buyers in most instances were correct in that assumption. And you guys were winning. But you know what's happened of late? Post-election, particularly the last couple of months, prices are rising. Bidders are bidding like crazy. The spring's about to arrive. You're going to have even more competition. Shoulder muscles are going to be warmer. Therefore, they're going to be looser and more hands are going to be floating in the air. And you run the serious risk, and I'm telling you why as well, because banks have loosened up, right? Banks have loosened up. Interest rates have dropped ridiculously low. Once again, prices have dropped to the lowest levels we've seen them for 3, 4, in some instances 5 years in some marketplaces. But now things are picking up because the buying conditions became irresistible. And now the competition is rising. You're going to have more competition against you. And next month, and next quarter, and next year. And so are the predictions. The reason that I mention this, if you've set a limit tonight for a property you've come along to bid on, bid there with confidence, if of course required, to secure the purchase. Now, if the bidding reaches your limit, if you can physically afford and the bank's giving you the green light to bid higher than that, start thinking about that as well. You run a serious risk of bidding higher on properties you don't even like as much next week, and next month, and next quarter, and yes, let's call a spade. Vendors pay me to represent them to get them the best possible price, and yes, what I just told you works in their advantage. But you know what? The reality of it is, that's the reality of it. So as a buyer, it's critical that you're informed of that. Tonight's auctions will be conducted in accordance with the rules and any additional conditions will be made available for inspection before the start of the auction. As the auctioneer, I'll be indicating that is on request. I have the right to place vendor bids. There will be absolutely no false bids or offers, buyers. I've got the right to reject bids and dictate the increments out of the best interest of the owners as well. Once we reach the reserve price and we knock it down and the property sold, we'll be taking absolutely no late bids or offers beyond that point, so bid quick or you will simply miss out. Victoria has been voted the most livable city for several years in a row. Recently, guess what? It's been knocked off the perch by Vienna in Austria. I think that's the one, yes? But it's still the second most livable city in the world. And you know what? There are a lot of cities in the world, and second is ridiculously good. The population here is growing faster than the rest of the country. This, of course, will inject more and more competition. So bid with confidence, buyers. On behalf of the team at Ray White Taylor's Lakes, the first property is going up for grabs. But first, the introductory video, number 41 Sanford Avenue in Sunshine North. George and Josh, the selling agents, representing the vendors. Let's have a look at the video.
Sanford Avenue, occupying an impressive 607 square metre approximate allotment. This traditional and character-filled weatherboard 3-bedroom home is positioned to provide significant rewards. In a suburb renowned for its convenience, family-friendly lifestyle, and promised future of the Melbourne Airport Rail Link project, cosy, neat, and character-filled property, currently rented at $1,257 per calendar month. Whilst new home, dual occupancy or redevelopment plans create that endless opportunity, subject to council approval, including a formal lounge, kitchen, adjoining dining, 3 generous-sized bedrooms, central bathroom, sunny rear garden storage shed, lock-up garage, and well-maintained large garden. Walk to Albion North Primary School, Lloyd Reserve, stone's throw away from Sunshine Hospital and nearby buses to Sunshine's Marketplace.
Ladies and gentlemen, absolutely stunning opportunity. A little over 600 square metres underpinning your prospective purchase. Here in the heart of Sunshine North, just down the road, buyers, close proximity to the CBD. Without further ado, it is over to you with a 10% deposit and a 30 to 60-day settlement. That's where, of course, the keys will be in your hands and ready for you to move in. Who would like to get this option underway with an opening bid and opening offer at absolutely any level that you like? Happy to kick it off at any figure. You name a number, we'll accept your bid and you'll be in front. Down the back, George, some instructions. We know there's a few people here that are registered to bid on this property, so I'll stand here as long as it takes to kick off the auction. You can dictate the start. Any number. Here's your chance to jump in front. Buyers, any level. You can pick the first bid. That I won't reject. I'll accept it. Who would like to start? Any number. I'm literally not going to place a vendor bid. I will stand here. I'm just going to stand here as long as it takes. I'm going to try to break a record here. So if you're here to bid, place the opening bid. I know there's a few people here to specifically purchase this piece of real estate. So let's cut to the chase as we call for an opening bid to start. Any number at all. Any figure. Out the back, standing next to George, a dead giveaway, you've got interest. Sorry to shine the spotlight on you. Buyers, I know there's others of you here as well. Happy to kick it off at any number. How about $500,000 I suggest? More than that if you'd like to show your competition that you mean business instantly. Happy to start even at $490, $480, $470, $470 and how about it? Just to kick us off. At $470 I call for. At $470,000. At $470 for you to jump in. Buyers, we need to know. Just reiterate what I said earlier, we should not be holding back from bidding here. You run the risk of bidding higher on properties you don't even like as much. Let's cut to the chase and open up the auction. Show your competition your intentions. Scare them a little bit from the get-go. Happy to kick it off at any number at all. Buyers, state your price, I'll accept your bid, and you'll be in front. Josh, how much? 400. 400,000 bidders out the back. Where'd that come from? Thank you, sir. At 400,000, everyone else left me hanging but you, and you're in front. At 400,000, for your information, for those that are here to bid on other auctions tonight, in your best interest to bid quickly, because I'll drag it out as long as we need to start. Sir, I thank you. At 400,000, you've done everyone in the world of favours. At 400,000 a bid, we're going to immediately deal in rises at 425. At 425, I saw call for. The bid is out the back next to the helium balloons at 400,000 the offer. At 425, I call for. Welcome, sir, we've got competition. Two of you fighting for it now. 425, the bid is here next to George. Calling for a rise now. What do we say, Josh, at 450? Dealing in rises at 25, but no less yet. At 425, the offer. At 450 to jump back in front. At 50, just giving it up now. We need to know here. At 425, the offer. At 425, it is you in second place now. Counts for nothing. At 425, next to George. Once at 425, we're simply going to pass it in if we don't see a better bid. Second time at 425, the clock is ticking. We need to make a decision. Third and final call. Are we all done, all finished, and all silent? At $425,000 only, 50. At 450, just in the nick of time, and I welcome you back and thank you. At 450,000, as we call for another 25. To take us to 475, sir, man, what do we say? At 475, and I welcome you back and thank you. At 475, the offer. At $500,000, the actual next step, we need to know quickly. At 475 it is. You have plenty of time to think leading into this evening. So we need to know immediately. At 475 once. At 475 twice, at 475, 25 is the minimum. We'll go in 10 till we get to 500. At 475, third and final call. Are we all done, finished, and silence?
480.
Sorry? 500?
480.
You're not going to 10 out the back. You know what? I'm going to take it at 485 and extend the courtesy. 10 out the back, sir. At 485, how about 495? To welcome you in? Yes? 495, need to know. At 485, the offer. 95, yes or no? 500,000. At 500,000, the bid with a $15,000 rise. At half of it, get 3 bidders are fighting for it here, and I welcome you in and thank you. At 500, the offer. At 510 to jump back in, just give it on now. At 5, what do we say? You know what? I'll extend the offer here now. At 500,000. Now that we're at half of it, we'll take 5s. At 500,000, let me see it down the front. At 505, George, what do we say? Sir, once. At 500,000, gentlemen's bid. Second time. At $500,000, are we all done? Finished and silent. Third and final call. At 500,000. 505 will extend the courtesy. She was well out 10. At 10, what do we say? At 505, it is out the back. At 10, I call for it. 505, the offer. At 505 and 10, you just give it up now. Even 515, double the increment to show them that you mean business. At 505, it is out the back as we call for a rise. At 10, sir, man, quickly, once. At 505, it is out the back next to George. Second time, we're going to pass the property in and deal exclusively with the highest bidder if we do not see a better bidder offer. Third and final call. Are we all done, finished, and silence? Out. 515 to 10,000 rise, and I welcome you back in good bids, sir. Doubling the increment of your competition at 515. The offer is here right next to Helen in front. At 515, the offer. At 515, it is now 3 rows from the front, dead centre. At 515, it is George. At 515, now it is here. Calling for another rise. What do we say? 5. At 20. At 20, I welcome you back. We're back against you in second place once again. At 520, it is out the back. Some instructions, George. We're on the market and we are selling. We're at the owner's reserve price and we're going to knock it down. The keys are yours if we do not see a better offer. At 525, we'll send you back in once at 520, twice at 520. Third and final call at $520,000. We're going to knock it down and we will sell. 525, just in the nick of time. At 525, and I welcome you back in, sir. At 525 it is. At 525, at 525, at 30, sir. Jump back in quickly here. At 525, the offer. At 30, not a problem. 527 at 500. Extended to you as well at 530. Chips away at 2.5. At 527 at 500. At 527 at 500. 30, what do we say? At 527 at 500. D. 30 I call for. Once. We're going to sell next to George. Second time at 527 and 500. Third and final time at $527,500. We're going to knock it down. 530. Welcome back. Almost missed out once again, sir. Playing with fire here at 530. But back in front, holding the keys once again. At 530 now, is it a 2-horse race? Have to be proven wrong. At 532, can we tempt you back? Have you got any further interest? Need to know at the back, see your best. Out. Thanks for bidding at 530,000. The auction kicked off with you 7 or 8 minutes ago at 400,000. Sorry? 2.5 at 532.5. Here we go. $132,500 later. The property's yours if we don't see a better bid at 532.5. 35 once, twice, third. Final call. We're going to knock it down at 532.5. We're selling at $532,500. We're going to sell if you don't jump back in. Happen to take a one at 533,500. Any further interest? Sir, it makes no sense to back away now. We're at 532,500 at the back. You bid $1,000, that's $3,500 above your last bid, which is approximately $3.50 per week of interest repayments higher than your last offer. It's a rising market, things are kicking quickly now. Don't back down, it makes no mathematical sense. Not to mention the pain and agony of you walking in and out of all open inspections, dealing with more real estate agents, running the risk of being higher on properties you don't even like as much. At 32,500, 33,500, sir? Just one more.
2.5.
Pardon?
2005.
Not a problem. 535, $2,500 more, and I welcome you back in front once again at $535,000 now back in front, now holding the keys once more at 535. The bidd's here now at 535. At 535, I think there's only 2 of you left. At 535 it is now. Things are getting very tense. You're creating conversations with your competition. It suggests to me you both surpassed the limit that you set yourself when you drove here tonight. Sorry, another 2.5. At 537,500, small increments, larger gaps between bids. You're both exhausting your options. Don't back down, let the other defeat you. At 537, a bit offer. Out the back with George. Give it another 500 at 538. One last chance and see if you can just run over the line just in front here at 37,500. I bought my property a few years back at 500, so I know through personal experience it works. Don't back down now. 537,500. You're in front at the back, George. At 37,500, 38. One more opportunity. Just give it one last gasp here. At 538, 500 jump back in front. At 37,500. At 537,500. Yes? One more. At 37,500. I'll even take 100. At 537,600. Sold many properties with $100 bids. Matter of fact, I've sold one with a $1 bid. Google it if you don't believe me. Multiple media articles online. It's worth jumping back. How about 100 at 537,600? One final chance. I'll either sell it to you at that number, or they'll jump over the top. At 537,600, one final opportunity. Could change your life. Let's just jump back in front now. One more time. At 537,600 once. At 537, one last opportunity, second time. I'd be doing it. I genuinely would. At 537.6, third and final call. Yes, 100. Bid is out the back. One last chance. 540. Take a look at that. $2,500 rise. You mean business, sir. At $540,000 and back against you out the back. At 540 the offer. At 540 it is. At 540 now. At 543 rows from the front. Jump back in now. 40 it is. At 540 the offer. At 540. At 540. At 540 it is. At 540. At 540. 43. At 543. At 543. At 100. At 543, 100. You still haven't tried 100. At 43 it is out the back here. At 543 the offer. At 543 for those that may have recently joined us, we're at $543,000 right next to George, the selling agent representing the owners. We've seen 3 minutes fighting for it. It kicked off over 10 minutes ago. Out the back at $400,000, and here we are at $543, $143,000 later. We are on the market and we are well and truly selling. At $543,000, we will sell once. At $543,000 for the second time. Are you going to let them win it? We need to know. Helen, I'd like some instructions from you. Sorry, Dean. I need some instructions from you. At 543 it is. We're going to sell it away here. At 543. At 543 for the third time. At 543. Sir, please bear with me. I'm just doing my job. At 43 the offer. At 43 it is now. At 43. At 43. At 43, in the heart of Sunshine North. Number 41, Sanford Avenue buyers. Call in for another bid at 543. The phone comes out. At 43 it is. At 43 now, sir. Ma'am? Any further interest? At 543, Someone's looking at you, by the way, at 543,000. Ma'am, at 43. 100? Just go to 100. At 43 and 100. At 543 and 100. Yes? And 100. By the way, I'll speak to you afterwards if you think that I'm just talking rubbish. I've literally sold many properties with $100 bids and less. So just give it another shot. At 100. I'll show you those properties, I'll bring them up. They're online, there's some articles there, I'm not making it up. That's why I'm continuing on to talk to you. At 543 and 100. One more. At 100. In this rising market. 43 and 100. Once. At 543 and 100. Twice. Yes? Third. Final call. Someone's looking at you, sir. Literally. Have a quick chat. Third final time. The bid is out the back at $543,000. We're going to knock it down if we do not see a better bidder offer. Just one more 100 here. D. And 100. At 43 and 100. And 100. Done. Thanks for bidding. D, I'm going to sell. We're selling. Selling. Sold. Congratulations to Mel Ford at $543,000. The property is yours. Well done, Ford, for selling. Congratulations to the owners as well. Let's have a look at the next video.
Positioning for convenience is largely renovated simple bungalow in a general size corridor approximately 541 square meters, offers any first-time buyer, downsizing, or investor an opportunity to operate. On offer are 4 bedrooms, including a luxury master bedroom, double country ensuite, and plenty of wardrobe space. Essentially home with private chef's kitchen and stainless steel appliances, which leads you to a tiled main living area. It's a large enclosed entertainment space, wooden kitchen, perfect for a year-round entertainment. The features include double open garage, side access, ducted heating and parking crane, one-man's fronts, and all yards.
Ladies and gentlemen, 45 Allenby Road in Hillside, 10% one, 10% the cost, some flexibility there. Move in 30 to 90 days. You pick the time frame that suits you best. Once again, George and Josh represent the owners in the sale. It is over to you for your competition. Let's cut to the chase. Who would like to jump in front and kick the auction off? Any number. You know the drill. I'll stand here as long as it takes. So you may as well just cut to the chase. Any number at all. 460, thanks a lot. Number 10, you're in front. 460. 460, 3 rises in the front, you're in front, sir, at 460. At 460, you're up, 30 rises in 20. At 480, you're up, 44, you're in front nice and early. At 480, what do we say? Gentlemen's offer. At 460, on top, once. Twice, third, and final call. At $460,000, the bid is here. Buyers calling for 480. Got it, number 8, welcome. Competition has been ignited. You're in front at 480, $500,000, sir. Calling for it now. A rise of 20. Yes, got it. 500,000 and 5 the offer. Bid is here. Is that right? 500 and 500,000 and 520 men to jump back. Bid is here at $500,000 and 500 the offer and 500 once. Gentlemen's bid in front with the exclusive rights to negotiate with the owners. Second time, 2 of you fighting for it. Third and final call at $500,000. Are we all done? Ma'am, any further interest? Gentlemen's bid, we're going to pass it into him and negotiate exclusively. 520, welcome, number 59. 3 of you fighting for it now. 520 the offer. Out the back in the hooded jumper. You're in front, sir. At 520 it is. Calling for a rise to 540. You just give me the nod now. At 520, gentlemen's offer. At 540, welcome back, number 10. In front once again. At 540 the bid. At 60, what do we say? Sir, out the back, a quick rebuttal's a good one. Just give me the nod now. How about 560? You're in second place. The bid is here. Gentlemen's offer at 540. At 60, sir. Need to know. 560, and I welcome you back and thank you. At 560, the offer. Up and take a 10 now at 70. At 70 now, welcome you back at number 10. We'll extend the courtesy, sir. How about 80? Gentlemen's offer. Number 10 at 570. 80. How about 20? Keep things consistent. 70 the offer. Gentlemen's bid in front. Pole position. At 570 once. At 570 twice. At 570 for the third and final opportunity. Are we all done? Finished in silence. At $570,000, we're going to pass the property in if we do not see a better bidder offer. Sir? 70 the bid. At 570 the offer. 80, sir.
575.
You're leaving 10s at 80, sir. 70 the bid. We've just broken it down to 10s. 80 to jump back now. Gentlemen's bid at 70. At 10, sir. At 10 now. Yep, 80. 70 still in front. At 70 it is. Bear with me now. At 70 now. 80. David? No? We'll take the 5 at 75. At 80, sir. Extend the courtesy to you at 580. Gentlemen's in front at 5 3/4. 580 to jump back in front. At 575 the bid. Once at 575. Twice at 580. Welcome back. Once again in front at 580,000. Josh Dilling Fives. Man, I haven't seen you for a few minutes. At 585, can I welcome you back into first place. At 580, number 10 is in front. Once again, at $580,000 will be called for a rise. 85, sir, need to know. David, we'll take it 2 at 582. We're on the market and we are selling at 580,000. We're on the market now, sir. We're playing for keeps. You're in front. The keys are in your hands. It could be a good night if no one jumps back in. At 580. At 580. At 580 as we call for a rise. Ma'am, 80. Any further interest? At 580. David, interest out the back, bid is here. We'll even take a 1. Sir, 581. Yes? 581. It's only $6,000 above your last bid. $6 per week of interest repayments, higher than your last offer. It makes no mathematical sense to back down, sir. At 580 now. Sir, 1. Even 500. Sir, 500. Yes? At 580 and 500. Are you sure you're done? At 580 and 500 I call for. Ma'am, happen to take a 500. There with me, there's a phone call behind you. At 580, ma'am, at 500 I'll take it. You're in front, the property's yours. If we don't see a better bid. Is there interest here? What's going on? At 580,000. At 580,000. Ma'am? 81. 81 and a half, not a problem. At 581 and a half. 82, ma'am? 82. 82 and a half? 83, ma'am? 82 and a half, 83, 83 and a half, 84, ma'am, 84, Taylor's legs, 84, 84 and a half, 85, 86. Bid is here. Where are we at? Just checking you're paying attention. Are you sure about that? Team, confirming the bid? 84 and 5. At 584 and 5, sir. Confirming that. At 584 and 500, you're in front. At 584 and 500, we're going to knock it down and sell. Any interest here? At $584,500. It appears as though you won the auction. But bear with me a minute, I'm just doing my job. At 584 and 500, out the back, sir, are you sure you're done? Another phone call if you like, I'll give you a moment. At 584 and 500. Man, let's do this. You won't need to shop around anymore. Prices are heading that way. Buying conditions are immaculate. You have more competition, man. Let's do it now. At 584 and 5. 85, yes. We'll take 100. At 580, yes, and 100. 600. Not a problem, 700. At 584 and 700. At 800, man. At 584 and 700. 800. Small increments, don't back down here. At 584, I'm sorry? 85, take a look at that. A fourth bidder, didn't see that coming. At 585, bidding on 2 auctions tonight. At 585, deja vu, welcome back in. At 585 and 100. At 585 and 100. 86. At 585 and 100, the biggest here with your competitor. You're in second place. At 585 and 100. At 585 and 100. At 585 and 100. At 585 and 100 once. At 585 and 100. For the second time, gentlemen's bid in front. Ma'am, 585 and 200. Yes? On the phone, a phone call, man? At 585 and 100, the bid is here. The phone comes out again. Please bear with me, sir. I need to do this. If I just get a gut feel there could be another bid, I need to just drag it out a little bit. That's my job. If I was selling your property, I'd do the same thing. At 585 and 100, I can understand you're probably getting very frustrated with me. At 585 and 100, man at 200. Here, how about 586? Take a sec quickly. I know you're not here to muck around. At 585 and 100, once. Gentlemen's bid here at 585 and 100. Man, 200. Second time at $585,100. The bid is here at 585 and 100. D, third and final call. I'm going to sell away now at 585,100. Sorry, 90. 590 at 590. Is that right, sir? Confirming. 590. Just confirming. 590,000 at 590. Could this be the victorious strategic knockout blow? The flex of the muscles at 590,000. 91. Not a problem. 590 and 100. Man, you're done. You told me you were out twice. You made a phone call and jumped back in. I can't take you seriously. At 590 and 100. You're in front once again. I think it's the other two of you. Thanks to the other two for bidding, but I will welcome you back at any stage. You haven't been kicked out of the party. We'll just push you to the side. At 590, you put yourself there actually. At 590 and 100. The door's always open for you. Unless of course we sell. At 590 and 100. 200. How about 595? Flex your muscles again. Even 591. But I'll take 100 if you like. 590 and 100. Gentlemen's offer. At 590 and 100. 200. Yes? Once. 590 and 100. Yes? Twice. Third. And final call at 590,000. Sorry?
2,000.
Not a problem. So 592 100 and 592 and 100. 592 and 100. At 592 and 100. Another 100. 92 and 200. Thank you. At 592 and 200. 93. Yes? 592 and 200. 592 and 200. It is here. At 592 and 200. Yes? At 592 and 200. The auction kicked off over 10 minutes ago at 400. Here we are, 192,000, and I think $200 later. That's right. 192 and 200 later. We're at 492 and 200. At 492 and 200. We are well and truly selling. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Just checking you're paying attention. Sorry, what did you say? 592 and 200. What did I say? Just checking you were paying attention. I did it on purpose. At 592 and 200. At 592 and 200. Gentlemen's bid once. At 592 and 200. We are going to knock it down and sell. Second time. We're going to knock it away if we do not see a better bidder offer. The bid is here at 592 and 200. Has your competitor defeated you? Third and final call. We're going to knock it down and sell. 593. At 593. At 593. How about 595? Let's go 2,000. It could be the knockout blow. At 593. You can dictate how high we go. At 593, it is here. Another 100, not a problem. At 593, 100 are back against you. Right next to each other. Up at the neck. At $593,000 and 100. At 593 and 100. 200. 594. Yep. 594. Quickly now. At $593,100, we're going to sell here with bidder number 10. If we do not see a better bidder offer once, we're going to sell twice. You're about to miss out. Third and final time. At $593,100, we're going to sell the property. Sir, we're selling at, sorry, 400. 593,400. Or 400 more.
400 more.
So 500, 593 and 500. Not a problem, 600. How about 595? We're at 593 and 600 now. At 593 and 600. Yes? Once at 593 and 600. Second time at $593,600. Jump back. Third and final call at $593,600. $593 and 600. We're going to knock it down and we are going to sell This here, gentlemen's offer, quickly. We're selling at $5.93 and $600. We're going to sell now at $5.93 and $600. In or out? I need to know. In or out? Just an in or out. Sir? $5.95, $1,400 on top. At $5.95 the bid. At $5.95. At $5.95. Another 100. At $5.95 and 100. At $5.95 and 100. Welcome back once again. At $5.95 and 100. You both clearly want it very badly. At $5.95 and 100. At $5.95 and 100 of it is here. I need some instruction. Are you in or out? I can't take that long again. Once at $5.95 and 100. Second time at $595,000 and $100. Gentlemen's bid. Third and final time at $595,000 and $100. Gentlemen's offer. The bid is here and against you. In second place. Once again, jump back on top for 45 Allenby Road in the heart of Hillside. A stunning opportunity. Selling agent George and Josh assisting. Thanks to the vendors for entrusting us. Would you like to jump back in and call it your own? At $5.95 and 100. D, ma'am, sir, in or out? In or out? Out? Are you sure you're out? Just one sec. Are you sure you're out? At $5.95 and 100 is here. Done? 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 Once, twice, third time. We're selling at $5.95 and 100. It appears as though you've defeated your competition. We're going to knock it down now. Hang on a second. Ma'am, I need confirmation from all three of you. Just bear with me. I know how you feel right now, Brian, just doing my job. They're still talking, so you need to give them an opportunity. But I'm totally empathetic with how you feel. At $5.95 and 100. D. Yes, selling. Stop. Congratulations, good well done. At $595,000 and $100. Congratulations. Thanks to the others. Congratulations to the owners. Great option. Let's have a look at the next one.
Seven Margaret Place, Taylor's Hill. This immaculate modern and spacious family is sure to impress with its fantastic layout. And ideal location includes the headquarters, Taylor's Hill has to offer. And it boasts 4 spacious bedrooms with watching robes, which include an extra large master bedroom walking robe and wide front double vanity ensuite. The formal lounge area invites relaxation. Those opening to a formal dining or study room. The spacious kitchen with gorgeous things for cooking appliances and hot clean space makes up the central hub of the home, overlooking a huge walls and living area, which steps out to a large underground alfresco, pizza oven, and kitchen. The spacious office room completes the perfect home for those family nights in.
7 Margaret Place in Taylor's Hill. George and Josh once again, the selling agents, 5% deposit. The owners are flexible with settlement, 45 to 90 days. Let's cut to the chase. Buyers, for those that are here, who would like to place the opening bid? And let's jump straight to the action. Any number. Anywhere else? Happy to kick it off at any figure. I'll stand here as long as we need to. I know there's a handful of you here on this property, so you could be here for a little while if no one starts. 640, you're in front. Nice and early. Thank you very much. That may move out there. 40% off. They're 40% off 11.5 months of the year. Has anyone noticed that? But it works. You're in front at 640,000. At 640,000, there you get away. Thanks for getting us started. At 640 it is, we'll take rises of 10. At 640 hours, we call for an increase up to 650 or more if you prefer. At 640, it is here. Second row from the front, calling for a rise. Buyers, we need to know. Once at 640, twice at 640, third and final time at $640,000 only. Are we all done, all finished, and all silent at 640,000? Okay, so I'm just going to assume 50. Thank you. Number 30, in front. Competition is here. It has arrived at 650,000. Back against you, sir, and everyone else who's got interest. At 70, double your increment. Gentlemen back in front with a Kathmandu jacket at 670. How about 90? A taste of Go medicine. We'll take a 10 no more comfortable for you at 680. Yes, once. 70 the offer. 80. Welcome back. Number 30, back in front. Sir, how about another 20 at 700? At 680, gentlemen's offer. At 680 it is. Quickly bid it tonight. 90 at 690 it is. 700, how about it? At 690 the offer. At 7 I call for. At 690 gentlemen's bid, second row from the front. At 690 at 7. Yes, once. Done, finished and silent. Gentlemen in front. Second, third, final time. At $690,000, we're going to pass the property in. If we do not see a further bid or offer, out 95. At 95, George, next instructions. At 695 and 700,000, are we there yet? We are on the market and we're selling. The keys are in your hands, we're at the reserve price. We're going to knock the property down and it'll be yours. If you don't see a bit higher than that, at 700,000, at 700 it is, at 700 now, at 705, yes? 705 down the front, welcome. 3 keep waiting for it now, at 705, at 705 it is, at 705 now. Look at this one first at 710, but I will take it to at 12, at 710 that is here. 15, how about it? Or 12. 10 the bid, gentleman back in front, and he has been for the majority of the auction. At 710 the offer, on the market and selling. At 710 once. At 710 twice. At 710, third and final call, 12. Out the back. He's in front once again. How about a 3, sir? 715. 712 the offer. D, 15. Where's that come from? 15, welcome. 4 of you fighting for it now. At 715 the bid. At 715 out the back now. 20, bang. Take a look at that, the back against you. Gentlemen's not here to back around. We're at 20 here. 22, not a problem. 22, 22, welcome back. At 722 it is. We're going around here. At 722. At 722, sir. 4, at 722. And 425. 3 ground top there. 26 and a 1. Yes? At 25 it is. At 7 1/4. Bid is here next to George. At 725. At 725. At 7 1/4. 25. Sir, in or out? Once. At 725. Are you out? Done. Finish it stone. Second time. I'm about to knock it down to you. Out the back, have you got any further interest? Third and final call. At 725,000, we're going to knock it down and sell. If we do not see a better bid offer, we're playing for keeps now. At 725, we're selling at $725,000. We're going to be interested. Sorry? 100. At 100. So 100,000 more takes us to 825. Just joking. 725 at 100. At 725 at 100. At 725 at 100. And back in front. At 725 at 100. At 725 at 100. At 725 at 100 now.
26.
26. And another 100. Yes? Yeah, another 100. 726. I think you're thinking about it. I just read that facial expression. 726 and 100. Yes? You look like you were contemplating. I spotted something. 726. Sorry? 726 and 100. At 726 and 100. Sir, are you sure you're done? At 726 and 100. 30. 730. At 730. Take a look at that. $3,900 rise. In the Kathmandu jacket. Gentlemen's not here to muck around. At 750,000. At 730 now. At 100? Yes? 730 and 100. At 31. Yes? At 30, 35. 40. 740. 750. But is here at 730. 100? Yes? Just broke the ice. Got a little bit of a laugh. Expecting 100 now. At 730 and 100. Yes? 30 and 100. And 100. Clearly come along to purchase this property. At 730. Don't stop at a round number. Most buyers set the limit there. 730. Just give it one last shot. At 730. And 100. One more. Don't put that bigger bid to scare you off. Prove it. 730 and 100. And 100. Once. Sure? Wait for the lights. 730,000 and 100. They've been dimmed. At 730 and 100. Bid is here. Second, third, and final time. Are you sure? Are you both sure? At 730 and 100. Thanks for bidding. You're not going to jump in. At 730, you're in front. Out the back team. Some instructions. At 730,000. Josh, finished. 730. We're going to knock it down and sell. Selling. Selling. Laurie. Sorry? $100. 730 and 100. Laurie, give me the lights turned up. Someone's dimmed them down. At 730, one back against you. At 731. At 31. At 31, another 100. 731. The bid is here. And another 100. So only 1,000 of your last bid. About $1 per week of interest, higher than your last offer. You find that kind of change on your car floor on a weekly basis. So you're basically not really paying it then. At 731 and 100 and 100. At 731 and 100. Who's at the back? 31 and 100. At 731 and 100. 32. Whatever I said before. 732. Are you sure? At 732, you're out. You said it before, but you've jumped in again. At 732D, can you get pinky swears across the board? At 732,000. Okay, I think they're done. They're walking off. But you turned around. You're not walking off. You're still interested. By the way, sir, someone's looking at you. Ma'am? Someone's looking at you. One of you is clearly still interested. Sure. Do you want to have another conversation? I think that somebody wants to have that conversation. $732,000. It is here. Definitely done. Thanks so much for bidding. George, the selling agent. If you're thinking of selling, you'd like me to recreate this for you, he looks forward to having a conversation to see what he can do. At 732,000, once, twice, third, final call. Definitely out, done, finished. Josh, and at the back at 732, we're selling. Congratulations. Stop. Well done. Congratulations to the owners as well. So we'll to the next property.
Easy access to major roads, water garden, shopping centre, and train station. This superb package is sitting on a generous allotment of approximately 681 square metres.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 11 Marabou Grove in the heart of Taylor's Lakes. Laurie and Helen have been representing the owners for the duration of the campaign. A 10% deposit and a 90-day settlement if you do happen to be the successful buyer. Here is your chance now to jump in front and show everybody here what you're made of and who would like to get this auction started. We're happy to kick it off at a number that feels reasonable for you, that makes you feel at ease to jump in and kick off proceedings. At any number, buyers, here's your chance. Who's it going to be? And just start where you like. There are multiple registered parties here, so we're going to need to hear from you to start proceedings. At any number. By the way, I've just spotted the dinner jump right at the back. Good work. Calling for a big start. Anywhere at all. Any figure. You let me know where we'll start the auction. How much? 500,000 at the back next to David. And $500,000 now, good to see you. And $500,000 now. And 500,000 Dylan rises to 25. And 525 I'm calling for Laurie. You're in front of $500,000. At 500,000, at 25, what do we say? At 500,000 the offer. At 5 is at 25. At 525 to jump in front, going once. At $500,000 the here. Second chance. At 500,000, done, finished and silent. Third and final call. Helen? 25?
Yes.
25, welcome. At 525. At 525 it is at 50. At 50. At 50, David, what do we say? 5 1/4. At 525 it is here. On the left hand side as we call for increase. At 550. At 550. At 25 it is. At 25. At 525. At 5 1/4. 50 sir to jump back now. We need to know we should not be flinching at these low levels. At 525 is at 50 now. At 50 I call for once. At 50 I call for twice. No less. Third time. 550. 550, I welcome you back once again. At 575, Helen. At 75, I'm not going to take less yet. At 575 on the left hand side. Can we tempt you back? At 550 the offer. At 550 it is. At 75 as well. At 75. At 5 3/4. At 75. Yes? Once. Helen? Twice. At 550,000. 75 we call for. No, not yet. At 75, when we get to 6. At 75, if we get there. At 75, once, twice, third, and final call. The biddy's out the back next to David. Getting 25, Helen. Yes, 75. Rise to 25. At 75. Low numbers there, we shouldn't be flinching. Biddy's out the back at 550. 75, the bid's there, and you hold the exclusive rights to negotiate with the owners. And I'll simply pass the property into you and do that if we don't see a better bid. Once at 550. Twice at 550. Third and final time. At 550,000. 75. I'll wipe $5 grand off. How about 570? 570 I'll take. 70. 75. 69. 68 and a half. 69. 68 and a half. At 568 and a half. We won't take $500. We've taken $18,500. There's absolutely no way I'm going to do that. At $568,500. Jump in for another 18. The bid is here at 568. At 586 or 585, I'll just have you back in. At 568 to 500. Sir, I'm not being difficult. There's rules in place where I can dictate the increments. $500 at this level will slow down the auction and it will cost our clients. I'm not going to do it. At 586 and 500. At 586 and 500 once. At 586 and 500. Sorry, at 568, 500. Not taking it, sir. It's only 1,500. It's too low, too early. At 568,500. I'm not being rude. Out of respect to the price this property's worth, sir, let's be clear.
575.
I'm not taking it. It's only 6,500. That was 18,500. I'll meet you at 585. I'm not going to take less. Bid is here at 568 and 500. This bid was $18,500. At 568 and 500. 585, and I welcome you back in. And, sir, you look very annoyed with me. If I sold your property and I took 500 at that point, you would hate me for it. I'm representing the owner, not you. I hate to break it to you. At 585, I'm going to smile. Thank you. At 585 it is. At 585, that's what I needed to see. Said you won't understand. And I knew that you would. At 585. At 585, we'll take 15s now at 600. At 585, the offer. At 600 to jump back in front. At 585, generous bid. Out the back down. 585. 600. Once. At 585,000. At 600 I call for twice. At 585. Third time. At 585,000, the bid is out the back now. Right next to David. You're in first place. At 585 the offer. Any further interest or you out?
590.
We're not going to take the 5. We'll take the 10 if you like, but absolutely no less than that. We'll send it to you straight away. 95. At 85 it is. Helen? 95. At 85 it is, you're in front. Earn the exclusive rights to negotiate. 585 out the back. 95. At 85 the offer. Once. At 585. Twice. Did you say 92? I'm not taking it. 10. 95. Yes? Third time. At 595. Are you out? The bid's there. At 585. 95? 95? Hey? 95. Helen? 95? I'm going to call it 3 more times. I'm going to end the auction and negotiate only with the highest bidder. At 595 once, at 595 twice, sorry, 585 once, at 585 twice, at 585 for the third and final time, and we're all done, all finished, and all silent, at 585, 95. At 595, at 605 I call for. Welcome back and good to see you once again. At 595,000, at 595 it is. At 595, at 605 David. At 595, at 595, at 595, at 605. When we get past 6, I'll take the 5. At 595 it is. At 595, at 605. At 605. At 605, sir. At 595, the offer is here. At 595. At 595. At 595. At 595 once. The bid is here on the left-hand side, dealing in rises of 10. When we get to 6, we'll take the 5s. Second time. David? At $595,000, the bid is out on the left-hand side at $595. Are you sure you're out? Done? I'm not going to do 1,000. $595, the bid is here. I've just turned down 5, I can't take a 1. At $595 it is. The bid on the left-hand side. At $595. Sir, any further interest? David? At $595. At $595 it is. Laurie? I'm going to pass it in here. Sorry? We're at the 6 now, so I'm going to take it straight away back to you. At 600 I said I'll take 5, and here we are. At 605. At 605. You know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to take 2 1/2s. At 602 1/2. At 602 and 500. At 602 500. You're out? Are you sure? Most buyers set their limit at the round number. 600,000 is awfully predictable. Give it one last shot. At 602 and 500 it is there. 2 1/2. Once. At $600,000 the bid. At 602 1/2 I call for. Second opportunity. At $600,000 the bid is out the back. At 602 500, third and final time. 2 1/2. Yes? You sure? How sure are you? Very sure? Out of 10, how sure are you? At 602 1/2. Give it another go. At 2 1/2. The market's rising and it's doing so very quickly. More and more bidders popping up. The buying conditions are awfully convenient now, and that's why you're going to see more competition. At 600,000 at 2 1/2. Yes? At 2 1/2. 6 is the bid. At 2 1/2. Helen? I need to know. Bid's there at 600 grand. Once at 600,000. 7.5 above your last bid. $7.50 of interest repayments higher than your last offer. We'll extend ones now to everyone. At 01 and 2, we'll take one. So you get 500s. At 6.01, you're both breaking down to very small numbers. At 6.01, the bid is here. Both clearly very close to limits, if not surpassed them. At 601,000, the bid is here. On the left-hand side, at 6.01. At 6.01 it is. David, 2. At 6.01 the bid at 2. At 6.01 the bid at 2. David, 2. At 6.01 it is at 2. Sir, 1 and 2. At 601,000 the bid is here. Right next to Helen. At 601. 2. 602. We're at 602 now. At 602. 3. 3. Yes? 500. 602 and 500. Okay. You know that, are you? You sure you're out? You insinuating you're out of 5, 600 has jumped in. 602. 500. You sure that's it? 602. I think you won with the exclusive rights to negotiate. Definitely done, Helen. Once, twice, third time at $602,000. Hang on. There's a conversation. Why are you talking to each other? What are you talking about? Dinner plans? What are you going to have? Summer. At 602. At 602 it is. Here. It's with you. Are you sure you're out? Yeah, at 602. Thanks for bidding. I think you've won it with the exclusive rights to negotiate. Once, twice, third, final time at 602. Done? Congratulations, we're going to negotiate with you only, and we'll update you all with the sold results shortly. Thanks very much everyone for bidding, and we're going to update you very shortly. Let's have a look at the next property.
It's beautifully presented account of his first signs of influence built in roads. The extra large master, including a his working room, tile to ceiling ensuite, and a hard-to-home confined master kitchen that includes quality cooking appliances, and plenty of cupboard and web space, which operates meals, family and office room. Perfect for the entertainer. Huge undercover outdoor area provides an incredible low-maintenance space in the largest of parties. Other features include an alarm system, refrigerated cooling and heating, roller shutters, and a double remote control garage with rear access.
Ladies and gentlemen, 7 feet away from Taylorsville, an absolutely stunning family home, George and Johnson Selling Agents, a 10% deposit with a 30 to 60 day settlement. It's over to you. Who would like to cut to the chase and jump in front nice and early? Happy to start wherever you like. Any number at all. You name the price and you'll be in front instantly. Any figure. We don't mind where that is. Happy to kick it off where you like. Any number. Quickly now. I'm going to call it 3 times as we call for a opening bid or offer. 590,000. Nice strong start, and I thank you. At 590,000, there we go. Yet another Catman blue jacket over there. At 590, sales going absolutely berserk. 40% off everywhere, all year round, except for maybe a couple of days of the week. At $590,000. In front here at 590. At 590 it is. We'll take it 10. At 600,000 to jump in front at 590 the offer. At 590 it is here, man, you're in front. At 590,000. At 590 at 600,000 can we tempt you in? At 6 what do we say? At 590 it is. At 590. Goodness gracious me. I can see 4 Kathmandu jackets in the front 2 rows. This is absolutely incredible. 2 there, 1 there, and 1 there. At $600,000. I know they're not paying you to advertise. At $600,000 it is. A great jacket. I'm thinking of getting one myself very soon. Sorry, 10. At 610 it is at 20. Sir, 20. What do we say? Here, 20 now. At 610 the offer. Once at 610. Twice at 610. Third and final call. at $610,000. What do we say? Bidders there at 10, 20. We'll take a 5, David, at 15.
615.
Where's that from? Yeah, number 40. 4 bidders now. At 615, the bidders out the back next to Josh. At 615,000. At 20, I call for here. On the right hand side, at 615 the offer. At 615 it is. At 20, what do we say? George, 15 it is and 20. At 20, I call for at 15 now. And what do we say at 15 it is? At 15 and 20. At 15 and 20. 25, bang. Double the increase. At 625. George, some instructions. At 25 it is. At 6 1/4. Josh, how about 30, man? 30. We'll take it to, how about 627? 2,000 rise, if it's more appealing for you, at 27, at 627, 27. At 627 it is. How about 30? 30? At 627 is it 30? 30. At 27, 30. 35. At 635, George. We're 35, we are on the market, we are selling, the property's yours. If we do not see a better offer, at $635,000 this year, on the right hand side as we call for an increase. At 635, what do we say? Dead centre. At 635 the offer. At 635. 40, bang, take a look at that. Well and truly playing for the keys here. Competition is sparking up a little bit. At 45, we're back against you. At 45. At 45, at 45. Any further interest, man? Done? You sure? At 645 and 50, sir. At 50, what do we say? At 50, 50, 50, 50, at 45 an offer. At 50, at 45 and 50 once. At $645,000. How about a 1? 46. 46 once. 45 it is twice. Third and final call. At $645,000. We're going to sell it away now. Quickly here. At 645 and 6. At 6. We'll take the one at 46. At 646. At 646, yes. Once at 45. Happy to take a 1 now. At 646, surely not backing down to this level. At 645 of this here. Tucked away on the right hand side. 46. We're at 646. 50. 50, 50, 50 man, and I'm just checking, just going to check, those two different numbers, 50, at 650 it is, at 650 now, 51, 500, 650 and 500, 650 and 500, 650 and 500, yes, 650 and 100, 100, yes, and 100, 650 and 100, once. Sure you're done? Thanks a lot for bidding. I'll take $50 at $650,050 twice. Sure? Someone's looking at you, by the way. Seriously, man, have you got something to say there? Clearly do. Sure? I just spot these little things, and we need to read it. At 650,000. Spotted something. Got to make them connect, talk. There's differing opinions, and we need to get to the bottom of this. At 650,000. The bid is here. At 50. At 50. At 50. At 50. At 50 now. At 650. The world's second most livable city. Interest rates dropping again and again to record lows. Prices plummeted over the 18-month period, but they're picking up now. They're heading up. Keep bidding, or you run the risk of bidding higher than this on properties that don't like as much. 650 and 100. 51. At 651. At 651 and back against you. The bid is here on the right. At 651. At 651. At 651 once. At 651 twice. Are you done? Are you all sure? Third and final time. At 651,000, congratulations. It appears as though you've defeated your competition on behalf of George and Josh and the team at Great White Tails Lakes. $651,000. We're going to knock it down and sell. We're selling. Selling. Sold. Congratulations. Well bought at $651,000. The property is all yours. Congratulations to the owners as well. Let's have a look at the next option.
This grand double story residence is positioned on generous 693 square meters.
Anyone drag off
Upstairs, you can find a spacious kitchen retreat, 4 jumbo-sized bedrooms, with a opulent master, including a massive walk-in robe and spa ensuite. Step outside to undercover cupola and low-maintenance yard. Perfect for those with a busy lifestyle.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 18, Rush Cutters Place in Taylor's Hill. George and Josh, once again the selling agents. 10% deposit, 45 to 90 day settlement. Here is your chance to call this 4-bedroom, stunning double-story family home, triple car garage. Who would like to open up the bidding? Absolutely any number that you like. Here's your chance to jump in front quickly. Happy to kick it off where you like, guys. Here's your opportunity to dictate proceedings from the get-go. Is there any number? We know there's over a handful of this one. 750,000, $750,000, and here we go. At 750, the bid we started out the back corner, right next to David. 750. Dylan rises at 10 or even 20. Who would like to take up to 770 now? At 750, the bid is right out the back corner. Another Kathmandu jacket. At 750,000, that's 6 tonight. At 750, it is once. At 750, twice. At 750 for the third and final call. Are we all done, finished, and silent? At 750,000, 10, 60. At 760, I welcome you in. Sitting down the front patiently, front number 62. At 760,000, competition as well as truly arrive. At 762,000. At 762. At 762. Not dealing fives yet, dealing 10s at 70. At 760 is. At 60 now, 10, what do we say? At 70 now, sir, 70. 70, 70, 70. At 70, 80, 80. 90 help, we're at 80 immediately. 90, we're at 80. Sir, 90, we're at 80 now. At 80, at 80 here. Once at 90, 800, quickly. At 800, and 10, 8, 10, 10, 10, 20, and 20. 30 help, and 30, what do we say? At 30, I call for the is here. At 20, 20, 20, 30, 25 even. 20 bid, 25, 25, 30, 35, 35, 40, and 40, what do we say? George, George, George. We're at 835, are we there? On the market and selling. Property's yours at the moment though. Maybe not forever. 36, at 36 it is. A late run, I welcome you in. At 836, at 836, at 840 now. Over there, next to George. How much? That'll be kind of awkward to have to go in reverse to get there. We're at 840, Helen. We're at 840 now. 41, sir?
42.
45, yes? Is that 45? 42 is behind you. At 842. At 842. 45. 45. 46, sir. At 845, sir. At 46. At 845. You jumped in quickly with the Golden State Warriors cap. They usually hang around for a long time, the Warriors. At 845 it is. Maybe not for long, but they lost a couple of big stars. At 845, what do we say? Can Steph Curry carry through the upcoming season? 47. At 47 it is. Sorry? 850, bang, take a look at that as the auction intensifies. At 55 and bang, take a look at that at 55. At 855 it is here, next way. On the left hand side as we call for a rise. At 855 the offer. At 855. At 855. At 855 it is now. At 855. 55 and 60. At 60, what do we say? Even 56. At 55, the bid is here next to George. At 855. At 855. At 855 is here on the left. At 55. Once. At 855. Twice. At 855. Third and final time. 856. At 856. How about you take us to 60? At 856 now. quadruple it. 60 I suggest. 856 to this here. At 856. 57 straight over the top at 58. At 58. 60. At 860. 7 or 8 bidders will be fighting for this one. At 860 next to George. At 860 the bid now. At 860 as we call for a rise.
861.
61. At 861. At 861. At 861 the offer. At 861 it is. At 861 what do we say? At 861 it is. As we call for a rise. On the left hand side. At 861. 65. Take a look at that. Quadrupling your bids. Stepping up and flexing their option muscles at the pointy end of proceedings. At 865. Any further interest here? At 865 it is. Once. At 865. Twice. At 865. Third. And final time. We're going to sell it away. We're selling. I know, playing around at 867. 67's backwards, David. We're at 867 already. At 867 now. At 867 bid now. At 67 it is. At 67. Another 1,000. At 68. 69. At 868. 69. Hello? At 868. At 868. Quickly. What? 500. 68 and 500. Another 500. At 868 and 500. Another 500. 69. At 69 at 869. 69 and 570. And he's back. Another 500. So 70 and 500. 870 and 500. Is that right, Helen? 870. We're here already at 500. Yep. Helen, just confirming that's 870 and 500. Yes? The bid's here at 70 and you jumped in at 500 straight after. I just want to be crystal clear to ensure that you all knew who you were at. This one came along quickly. We're at 870. Helen, 870, 500. Yes? So Helen, the bid's here at 870. It came quickly, so I just wanted to be sure that everyone knew who we were at when you said 500. That's your bid if you follow through with it. Just want to make sure that you understood. Is that a yes, Helen?
873.
873. At 873. At 873. At 873. 75. At 875. At 875. 76. 78. 75 the bid at the moment. Back in second place the bid is here. At 8 3/4, 25,000 away from 900. At 875 is the offer. You're right. Sorry, 80. 80. 1. Yes? 1. Back against you, George, at 881. A good bid though. At 881, no one's backing down here. At 85, sir, we're at 881. I can take a 500. Out the back, sir, you're out. Any further interest? Out? 82. 3 back against you, George. At 883, it is here. At 883, 4. I read his lips at 4. 84. 4. 84. 5. Back against you immediately. At 885. At 885. 6. 86. We're at 885. 885. 6. 7. Yep. 8. We're at 887. Let's go 890. At 887 the bid. At 887 the bid. 91. 91. 91. 8, is that right? 91? Yep. At 891. At 891. 91. And 500. 500. Another 500. 892. At 892. At 892. 92, 500. Yes? Yes? 892 to bid. At 892 it is. 500. Is that right? 892, 500. 93. At 893. At 893. At 893. At 893. Another 500. How about 2,895? How about a million? A little luck. Let's go 500. 893 short. 100. 893, 100. Hey George, can you Google that article, One Little Big Guy's House? Pull that out. Does it happen? It was 1.7 something million with 7 bidders. We're at 893. Let's go 100. Doesn't seem so crazy, does it? At 893. At 893. At 893. Bear with me here. At 893. The phone comes out. At 893. At 893. The phone call, bear with me. At 893. Could we, should we go higher? That's the conversation. At 893, the offer in front. The property's yours if we don't see a better bid. At 893, the offer. At 893, 2 rows from the front. At 893, it is, sir. At 893. At 893. At 893, once. At 893, twice. At 893, third time. 94. At 894, worth the call. 95. At 895, we're back against you. At 895, the bid is here. At 895. At 895. Are you definitely out now? Are you sure? Another phone call perhaps? At 895 once. Done? Thanks a lot for bidding. You almost got there. Second time. At 895, the bid is here down the front. I think it's yours. Third time. At $895,000. 895 and 500 at the back. I thought that you were done, but goodness gracious, you've done a David Copperfield on us and arisen from the dead. At 895 and 500 back in front. Later on the proceedings, how about 900? Let's just cut to it. 897, 96, at 896. At 8, I think we're going to get to 900 anyway, I can just feel it. 896. They weren't around for ages. They weren't around for ages. They popped up late in the bidding. Let's not think that's the absolute limit now. At 896, the bid is here. At 896. 500. 96 and 500. 97. 97, David, back against you. At 897 and 500. 500. 88. Yep, 898. 599. Sir? 99. There's a bit of a stall there. At 899 and 500. Got it. 899, 500. The phone's switching hands for the first time. 900 grand at 900,000. We're at 900. There's hesitation on both ends. 500. 900,000 and 500. 901, sir. Ma'am. At 901. We're at 900,500. $900,000 and $500. The bid's in the back corner. At 900,500. At 900,500. If you're thinking of selling, contact George from the team at Ray White Taylor's Lakes, and he'll do all in his power to recreate the situation for you as well. Just so you don't think I'm going crazy talking to the wall, there's a live stream there. At 900,500, I'm going to sell and knock it down. Once, twice, 1,000 more. 901 and 500, at 901 and 500, at 901 and 500, at 901 and 500, 902, at 901 and 500, 902, 902, 903, 903, sir, at 902 the bid, at 902 the offer, at 902,000 barely away. Once again, it appears as though it's a 2-horse race at 900 and 2,000. That's before. Then you jumped out and you jumped back in again. But if you proved it wrong here, at 902, at 902 once, at 902 twice, at 902 for the third and final time, we're going to knock it down and sell. We are selling at $902,000 free. 905. Take a look at that. A big rise at 3,000. Late in the piece, good bid. At 905, stirring the pot, creating a conversation with the 200 bidders. At 905 it is now. 500 once again. Let's go 910. Strong once again. Flex those muscles. Late in the proceedings. At 905 and 500 and back in front once again now. At 905 and 500 it is. You're out. 100. Don't back down here. There was a hesitation, a conversation at 905 and 500. You're both surpassing your limits. It's crystal clear. You're on the phone talking. They're consulting each other every time there's a bid. At 905 and 500, you're both thinking the exact same thing. It's crystal clear to them. At 905 and $500. At 905 and 500 and 600. At 905 and 500 and 600. Oh. $100. The bid's out the back next to David. Next to 2 balloons. 905 and 500. Bid 100. 600 over the last bid, about 60 cents per week of industry payments. $1. But I've got 905,501. At 905,501. At 905,501. By the way, you think I'm crazy to take my dollar bid. 906, they send it around, $1, 906, and I've sold for $1 before. We've got to take it. At 906, but often it turns into more bids. At 906, and another $1. At 906 $1. Definitely done. You sure? You sure? You told me that before. $1 more. $1 more, and I'll leave you alone. Yes? It's worth it just so I can leave you alone. 906 and $1. $1 more. Can I talk to the person on the phone? At 906 and $1. Come on. 906 and $1. At 906 and $1. Yes? Once at 906. Twice at 906. Third time at 906,000. We're going to knock it down. It appears as though they're victorious here. At 906,000, third and final call. Are you sure you're done? I don't think you are. You're still on the phone, you're teasing me here well and truly. At 906 it is, we're going to sell. We're selling at 906. Selling, you sure? Oh, you sold, congratulations. At $906,000. It's all yours, well done, thanks for being, you almost got there. So for the last, but not least option.
Williams and Court, Taylor's Hill. Very well-originated design and construction of the most attractively level vacant allotment in one Taylor's Hill's most renowned outlets, which is positioned amongst newly built and quality homes. A fantastic street frontage of 20 metres and a permanent depth of 33.9 metres. The 678 square metre blank canvas is the perfect fit for many Taylor's designer homes. Positioned within short proximity to Parkland public transport, Taylor's Hill Shopping Centre, Southern Cross Grammar and Springside, Caroline's Spring Shopping Centre, and Water Garden Station. A fantastic opportunity not to be missed.
Ladies and gentlemen, absolutely fine parcel of land, a whopping 678 square metres under pretty your prospective purchase, a 10% deposit, a 30 to 90 day settlement. Let's cut to it here at number 10, Waverton Court in Taylor's Hill. Last but not least, who would like to cut to the chase, an opening bid, an opening offer at absolutely any level that you like. Happy to start anywhere at all. Guys, place your bid, you in front. Thanks a lot. 500,000, the bid's here. At $500 million now, in front, nice and early. At 500,000, gentlemen's bid. At 500,000 it is. Take rises at 10. At 5 it is at 10. At 5 it is at 10. At 10, what do we say? I call for 10 and no less. At 500,000, gentlemen's bid. At $500 million in front early. At 500,000 once. At 500,000 twice. At 500,000 for the third and final call, 10. At 510. At 510 it isn't back against you. At 510, sir, everyone else at 20. At 20 I call for to tempt you in. At 510 the offer, 3 rows to the front. At 510 and third, 20, 30. Yes? 20 it is. 30 man. Quickly, at 20 now once, 20 twice, third. Final call. At 5:30, at 30, welcome back at 40, sir. At 30 to 40. At 40, what do you say? 30 the offer. Won't take less at 40. At 30 to 40. At 30 to 40. Yep, 40, 30 once. At $530,000 going twice. At $530,000 for the third and final time, we're going to pass the property. If we do not see a better bidder offer for the final opportunity, if you've got interest above 530, it's your last chance to bid, or we're going to negotiate with you only man and exclusively. At 530, done, finished in silence. Just going to pass it in, George. At 530. I'm going to be really clear. If you've got extra above 530, you're not going to be able to express that interest because the highest bidder will have the exclusive right to negotiate with the owners. We're getting very close to the reserve price. We're just going to pass it in and deal with you only now. If we don't see a better bid, absolutely not. I'll take a 5, David, at 35. 30 it is here. At 30 it is. 5, sir. 30 bid. 30 bid. At 30 now. 35. At 530 once. At 530 twice. At 530. 35. Welcome. 3 minutes fighting for it now. Making me work for it. 535,000. At 40, man to jump back in front. It is out the back at 535. 40. At 535 and 40. At 535 and 40. 40. 40. At 40, I call for it. 35 the offer. 40. 40. 40 to be Josh. Josh, we're at 40 now. 45, sir. At 45, sir. 45. 50. 50, man. 545 minutes here, right through the right next to Josh. At 545 it is. At 45, sir. 50. 50. 50. 45 out the back corner. At 545 once. At 545 twice. At 545. No, it's not. We're getting close to sir. A valid question. At 545, third and final time. Are we all done? All finished? All silence? At $545,000. So I'll take that one now, 46 if you like. At 545 is 6. At 46 now. At 46, what do we say? At 545 is. At 545. At 545. We'll take the one at 6, man. At 46 and 5, gentlemen's bid. At 45, 6. 45, 6, sir. Bid is here. Directly next to Josh. 46. 50. 550, man. 51. We're at 550. George, I'm going to give some instructions. At 550 it is, sir. At 50. Excuse me, just some feedback to the owners. If we were on the market, would you consider bidding? If we were on the market, would you consider bidding at 550? Not yet, but we're just going to give some feedback to the owners. If it was, and they hold their reserve, would you consider bidding? Not on the market. We may get there, so I'm just asking you for your opinion at this level. Would you consider it at this range? Are you sure you're out? I'm not asking you to sign a document, I'm just looking for a baby. At 550, done. At 550, finished and silence. Second, third, and final time. We're at $550,000. George, I need some instructions from you. The bid is out the back at 550 as we call for an increase. At 550 it is. At 550,000. At 550,000. At $550,000, the bid is out the back next to Josh. We've seen 4 bidders fighting for it. At 550. At 550. At 550 as we call for an increase now. George, 50 it is. At 50. 51. 55 again, sir. Quadruple again. 52. 52, man. 53. We're getting closer. At 552. 553. 54, Josh. Double it, sir. 55. 55. 54. 55. We're at 554. At 555, man. At 555. 555. Back in front once again. We are on the market and we are selling. The property is yours if we do not see a better bidder offer. At $555,000, the bid is here. At 555. At 555 it is. At 555. 1,000. At 556 we're selling. At 556, sir. Does that change your opinion here? At 556, we're on the market here. At 556 and 57. At 556. At 556. Bid is out the back. At 556 and 57, man. At 557, we'll take 500. At 556 and 500, man. 556 and 500. Yes? Once. At 556 and 500. Twice. 500. At 556 and 500. 557. 500. 557 and 100, man. 557 and 100. 557 and 100. Yes? And 100. 557 and 100. And 557. And 557. 58. Sir, 59. 59. At 559, lift out the back against you once again. At 559, man. At 559 it is. Man, 559. Man, 559. Once. 559. Twice. At 559,000. Third. 500. 559 and 500. 60, sir. 560. Back against you. At 560 the offer. At 560 it is. 60 man. At another 100. 500. 678 square metres of the finest soil that Taylor Hill has on offer. Underbidding your prospective purchase at 560,000. And another 500, George. We're playing for keeps here well and truly. At 560 it is once. At 560,000 going twice. At 560,000 third and final call. 61, 62, 62, 63 man. We're at 562, 63. At 562 and 63. 2.5, 560, 2.5, 63 sir. 65, 2.5 prize. At 565, the bid is through the middle here. At 565 and a half. 66 and 100 man. Try the 100. You haven't tried the 100 yet. This could be the round number limit. And 100. 565 and 100. 565 and 100, sir. The bid's here and against you. Sorry? Another 100. 565 and 200. 300. Small rises against each other. 66. 566. 67. 67. 567. At 567, gentlemen's offer. Congratulations to all the owners tonight selling. There's 6 of them. 6 out of selling, 7 properties knocked down under the hammer. At 567,000, we're going to sell it away, man, quickly here. At 567, we need to know immediately. The bid is out the back at 567, back in second place. Once at 567, twice at 567, third and final time at $567,000. We're going to sell away 567. We're selling at 568 to tempt you back. I know you want to. I can feel it, man. At 567, 68. Yes. 500. 67, 500. At 567, 500. 500. 68, man. At 568. At 568. At 568. At 568 it is. At 568. 70. Take a look at that. Rapidly cage. A big increment now. 71. 71. At 71 it is. At 571 out the back here. At 571. Are you out? You sure? 71. $50, man. $50. 71 and 50. Done. Thanks so much for bidding. Really appreciate it. You almost got there. Sir, I think you won this one. At $571,000 on behalf of the team at Great White Taylors Lakes, if you're considering selling, we look forward to having a conversation with you in regards to the process involved in selling your property. $571,000 this year, right through the middle. We're going to knock it down once, twice, third, and final call at $571,000. 500, 571, 100, sorry, 571 and 100, 72, 100, 71 and 200, 300, 50 man, 250, 571 and 250, 571 and 250, yes, 250, 300, 350, you sure? 571 and 300, are you sure? You said it before, I don't want you to regret this. At 571 and 300 once, at 571 and 300 twice, third and final call at 571 and 300, 500, 570, what is it?
571, 500.
571 and 500, 72 sir, 72, I don't believe you now. You keep saying you're out and you keep jumping back in. I'm sure you can understand where I'm coming from. At 572, done. George?
I don't know what to believe.
At 572,000 twice. At 572,000 third time. Man, you sure? 572, selling. Enjoy the rest of your week. I think this auction is over. Happy to be proven wrong. At 572, selling. Sold. Congratulations and well bought. We're done. Thank you. I'm dehydrated and hungry.